And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy, Cheap Ludes, and it is time to talk about the market. So, at this point in the year, the market is always super interesting. There's really no promo packs. We only have the one set of promo cards and the base set guys, in addition to like grindable cards. So, the market's kind of weird. Nobody really knows the value of what they have, or what the value is going to be in a week or so. So, right off the bat, always check the agenda. There's always going to be something that is team specific or player specific, and if you have players from that team or that player in general, you can always sell them for more MT. Now, there is a lot of value in the base set. I mean, especially if you've been getting a lot of base set players. So I don't really know what this is all about. If you guys know why the gold Nets players are super expensive, comment down below, because I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like a challenge, maybe a spotlight thing I don't know about. I'm not sure what it is, but if you have any of these gold Nets players, they're all like over 6K for some reason. So I would highly recommend selling them. I don't know, Yi might be the only one I would keep, because if we have to use all gold players for some reason, he's probably the best gold center in the game, I would guess. But even like Kerry Kittles is 5,900 MT, which I love Kerry Kittles. I personally will not spend that on Kerry Kittles. That's just me though. I don't know. Even like the emeralds and sapphires aren't as expensive as the gold, so I don't really know what that's all about. But hey, like I said, if you know what's going on with the Nets players, let me know down in the comments, and honestly let everybody know in the comments too, because I don't have that information for you guys. Even Pacers players aren't that expensive. I don't know, it's only worth 100 XP though, so maybe that has something to do with it. By the way, I definitely think we're getting a Paul George in the next, I would say, 2 to 3 weeks. I don't know why. I just feel like that. We are going to get a diamond Paul George. I don't know. Just want to put that out there. Put my Nostradamus hat on real quick. Mike Dunleavy. Only 2,000 for Mike Dunleavy. What a steal, man. That is such a good deal. Anyways, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of these cards are kind of overvalued right now. Doug Collins, the drip god. Especially in the YouTube space. Some of the base cards are really nice. By the way, I don't know what's going on. I don't even know when I got this card, but this Sam Jones card is like so good. His jump shot is not the greatest jumper in the world. I'll look it up on 2KDB real quick, because I don't know exactly what jump shot he has. But he truly is one of the best shooting guards in this game, and it actually blows my mind. I don't know what it is. Sometimes you just find a player that you personally are really good with, and sometimes you tend to overvalue those players. And maybe Sam Jones is that for me. I don't know. Like, I truly don't know what's going on there. But he's so good, and I just want to know what's going on with that. I don't know. What jumper does he have? I kind of need... He has base 22. This all makes so much sense. Oh, okay. Yeah, this makes sense. He has base 22. I love base 22. This is all making so much sense. It feels different this year. I will say, I don't think I've used anyone else with base 22. And it feels different coming out of Sam Jones' hands, but it's good. Hey, if you guys didn't notice, they raised the speed of scrolling through the auction house. Because for the first 3 days, it was literally like a snail's pace. And then a bunch of people complained because they couldn't snipe, rightfully so, because it was stupid. And now you can go faster in the auction house, which is cool. Honestly, like, I'm not a big sniper. I respect people who do it. I just don't have the patience to do it. But even just scrolling through the menus at the pace that I was going, and for the time that I was doing that, infuriating that it was going so slow. So all of the amethyst cards in the base set, look, there's no point in spending MT on them. Look, I like Richard Hamilton. I personally would like to use this card. I'm not paying 15K for it though, especially because we're probably getting a Ruby in the next 1 or 2 weeks that's going to be better than that card. And that's just the reality of the situation. Never buy the base or current set amethyst cards. I say it before every game releases, and I have never been wrong about that. That's just accurate. Yeah, he's probably super helpful for like the first 3 days of the game's lifespan, but like, so are a bunch of cards. Like, no one really cares. It's fine. Now, contracts. Because the auction house has sped up a little bit, you're finding less and less kind of like, well, it's also easier for you to find it too, I guess, but so many people are putting things up on the auctions for whatever reason, now that the auction house is sped up, probably because it's easier for people to actually like see what their things are worth. So that's both good and bad, I suppose. But contract cards are actually down a lot more than people would expect right now, and this is typically how it is in the beginning of the year, and that's because there's absolutely no one to put these cards on. Like, realistically, even if you were to get Glenn Robinson or any of the Pink Diamond token market guys, or even Wilt Chamberlain right now, none of those cards are worth putting a diamond contract on. Like, at all. At the most, they're probably going to be usable. I wouldn't even say usable. They're going to be, like, overpowered and good probably till, like, the end of Season 1 tops. You know what I mean? 2K has never been good at power balancing. Now, can you make MT if you were to buy this one, let's say, for $16,900? Eventually, I'm guessing you could sell it for like $25 to $27K. I just don't know if it's worth waiting that long to make that little MT. Now, the boost. There are two lines of thought here. First off, there's no reason to put a shoe or a boost on anyone right now. I promise that's the case. You might as well hold off unless it's like a pretty cheap to craft shoe. If you have any of these, I don't know, high tier, I guess I'm going to say high tier boosts, like, lateral quickness, speed, 3-point shot, ball handle, speed with ball, steal, any of those, realistic, you should sell them right now. You shouldn't even craft them into a shoe. I promise if you craft them into a shoe, it's actually going to make you make less MT. At this stage in the game, it is better to part everything out than it is to actually sell a completed shoe. Are you going to make a crazy amount more MT? I mean, realistically, no, but you're going to make more MT. Might take a little bit longer. Maybe occasionally you might make like the same or maybe 100 or so less MT. The colorways thing is dumb. Like I take that back. It's not dumb. I like the idea that you can craft your own shoes now, because some of the shoes last year, the coolest ones in my opinion, or ones I thought were cool, were either useless or way too expensive because they were, obviously locked behind like some overpowered boosts, like the Grinches. They're lime green, they're pretty sick, but I'm not a shoe guy. All right, I wear Vans. I have Van Crocs. They're half Van, half Croc. They're actually Vans, but they're made out of Croc material. I can't hoop in those. For some reason, 2K won't let me do that. It would be cool if they started to put more shoes in it towards the end of the year, but realistically, if you have a cool colorway, air quotes, you should just sell it. Because as you can see, like, I just don't think completing the shoes is really going to be worth it. It's better to sell the boosts and the colorway separate. I feel like you're going to make more MT no matter what. And that's in regards to gold shoes, any of the boost period. I feel like you're going to make more MT if you just put them up. And then quick selling them, or even then completing them and putting them up as complete shoes, because I feel like that's not worth it, like, at all. I just feel like I know it's a lot of work to put them up separately, but I feel like it's definitely going to benefit you for sure. Now, badges. At this stage, I know it's also weird with the diamond contracts. Why are they less expensive than they were at the end of the year last year? And you're seeing the same thing with badges. And the reason is just because you can't put these badges on anybody yet. Look, is Deadeye going to be 2,500 MT in the next 2 weeks? Absolutely not. No question. I would say, is it going to be much higher than 2,500? That remains to be seen. I don't know how 2K is going to roll out badges and badge editions in regards to power scaling this year. It's going to be weird. We'll see. But I would say that all these badges that are cheap, especially like Quick First Step, a historically very important badge in 2K, being only 3Gs, whatever. Handles for Days is another one. I feel like it is not going to stay this cheap for much longer. All it's going to take is like one Kristaps or like a Cat to come out, regardless how not good those cards are going to be in the long term. People will want to badge them out instantly because they're insane. And you need to be there to take advantage of that. That's like how I feel. I know it sounds mean, but we're not here to be nice and make friends. We're here to make MT and get mad at the game, I guess. Limitless Spot Up is another one. I feel like eventually this badge is going to go way up in price. It's either going to be this one or Chef or both. I'm not sure. This is the one I would bank on. Just the way the game plays this year, unless they make some radical patches and radical changes to the game in a patch, I feel like Limitless Spot Up will be the more important badge, at least in the short term. Chef, we got to see how that shakes out. You also got to remember, we're 3 days into the game. People really don't even know how to play this game yet, and no one knows how to exploit it as of yet. Now, don't get me wrong. As fun as the gameplay is, at some point, someone will figure out a way to exploit the gameplay. That's how video games work. And once one person figures it out, all it's going to take is the wrong person on YouTube to get a hold of that meta, and they're going to put a YouTube video out, and all of a sudden, everyone's going to know about it. Exploits in 2K don't ever stay secret for very long. You'll run into one guy playing online, and you'll be like, how he did that? How did he do this? And then you'll start trying to do it yourself and figure it out. And then now everybody knows about it. Just look at what happened with speed boosting last year. Like, I feel like initially you saw a couple of people do it, and you're like, how did they do that? And then all of a sudden, every single time you play TTO, everyone was speed boosting. That's what's going to happen this year with whatever exploit we find. By the way, there is one that shout out to one of the subscribers for messaging me about it. One of the old cheeses from 2K20 might be back in the game. I will let you guys know more about that later. I'm not sure. I don't want to blow his spot up yet. He's probably using it to win games, so I don't want to say anything yet. But I'll keep you guys posted, you know what I mean? Clamps, definitely a badge that's going to go way up in price. Though clamps doesn't seem to be as important this year. Because it's really hard to blow around and blow by people in this game, period. Like, at all. Even when they don't have clamps and they're not known to be good defenders, the CPU will still clamp you up. So, I don't know. That one is kind of tough. I'm not really sure how valuable clamps is going to be, but I feel like once we get like a Kristaps who's pretty good at everything else, but just needs a few defensive badges, like clamps will probably go up in price. Maybe we get a Giannis that needs to go up in clamps. Playbooks are another thing I want to talk about, because I don't think as of right now there are any money plays. And when I say that, I mean there's plays that probably work a little bit. Most YouTubers will jump the gun on money play videos. I did it last year. I thought I had a money play in the bank, and it ended up getting patched in the first week after I made the video. So it's not like people are doing it on purpose. It's just we all jump the gun trying to get the first money play video out, and then we end up being wrong 90% of the times. Hey, we're getting promo packs tomorrow. I'm guessing that's when we get our Tuesday packs. I don't know what they're going to be. I have no idea. It could be anything. Do you guys know? Probably not. You know I'm opening them, though. Like always. You know I'm down for that. LaMelo Ball, by the way, I want to talk about him. I didn't really give him enough love over the first 3 days. His price has kind of calmed down a little bit. He is one of the best 2 guards in the game. I personally think, depending on your play style, he might be the best. Like, Ray Allen's objectively the best, but LaMelo might be a little better if you operate a different offense as opposed to Ray Allen. By the way, if you guys noticed my voice is all messed up, dude, I've been sick for the last few days. That's why my uploads have been a little sporadic as opposed to the first 2 days of the game where it was out. I don't have that thing that we had lockdown for. I just have a regular cold. It's fine. Julius Erving is good. Manu's actually okay. People don't talk about him. He's not bad at all. Ray Allen is way too expensive. I touched on him already. Darren Williams and Shaq are super expensive. At this point, A, you should not pay this amount of MT for these guys, and B, if you have them, sell them immediately. For all you know, it's 2K. We could get a better point guard or a better center tomorrow. You never know, especially at the early game level. You truly never know what 2K is going to drop and when they're going to drop it. So it is always better to sell a high tier card that you know you're not going to use for a long period of time. You know that Shaq will not be an elite center for that long. 3-4 weeks, maybe. Who knows? He'll still be usable after that, but an absolutely elite center. Knowing 2K, 4 weeks from now, they'll drop a Ruby that's more useful than Shaq. They literally did that last year. So you don't know. Anthony Edwards is solid. I mean, if you can get a high mint one for cheap, that's why I'm bidding this one for 800, As always, it has been your boy Cheap Leads. I'm going to be dropping 2 market videos a week at the absolute minimum. I'm going to be opening packs tomorrow. I'm going to be opening packs whenever there's packs in 2K, so I enjoy it, okay? Let me rock. You guys like it too. I'm going to be bringing you the real odds and telling you if they're worth it. Spoiler alert, they're not worth it. I don't even have to open them. I can tell you they're not worth it. The odds are probably bad. They probably cost too much, but, I appreciate you guys for still coming to watch the pack openings. Anyway, but I will be back tomorrow with more content, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. Peace out.